This is after I've restored this car. I've owned it now 41 years actually. I bought it when I was 14 years old. And this is a 1970 Dodge Challenger Trans Am Edition, or TA. I just want to do a series of videos not only on the car, but on a lot of small block Mopar things that I've picked up over the years. And the series on the engine build, and how to hot rod and do performance-oriented modifications on Chrysler small blocks. So with my favorite backdrop here, I just wanted to go over a couple of specific things to the Challenger TA engine block itself. Just wanted to dispel a couple of myths about the TA block. There's a lot of people that believe the TA block itself is a 4-bolt main block. It is not. All TA blocks, of course, as did all 340 blocks, come with a windage tray. So once we remove the windage tray, you can clearly see that this is a 2-bolt main block. In other words, each of the main caps only has 2 bolts holding it in place. And the 2 and the 4 caps are different, that hold the boss for the bolts for the windage tray. But as you can clearly see, once again, this is a 2-bolt main block. Now the difference between the TA blocks and other production blocks is that the webbing on the mains of 2, 3, and 4 are much thicker right here. So the race teams in the early 70s could actually put 4-bolt main caps onto these blocks and drill the holes and tap those for a full 4-bolt main modification. These blocks have much thicker webbing right through here, whereas the production 340s, small blocks, 360s that followed this engine actually have a thinner and much more lightweight design right through that webbing that wasn't needed in a production engine. So that is one of the main differences in a TA block itself, is that these were thick cast through the main webs. And another point that makes this a TA block, of course, it has a TA cast right into the side of the block, and I'll show you that right now. So the most obvious way to identify a TA block is that each one of the TA blocks had TA cast into the casting number on the driver's side of the block. Above the freeze plugs, behind the reinforcement ribs, there's a casting number that's screwed onto the mold, and after the casting number it clearly shows TA 340, then the mold serial number that they're casting from. So in getting ready for final assembly on this engine, final assembly and paint, I just wanted to make sure in this engine series that we note the differences, once again, of the TA block. The easiest identifier of a TA block is that an original Trans Am block will have TA cast into the side of the driver's side number. In the casting number on the driver's side, it'll show TA and 340, followed by the check digit that the number of castings they're using that period.